what are the softwares you need to. I think some of you might be knowing that. So for you guys, for development purpose, I'll tell you to download JDK. Better you download latest one only, no problem. That is 1.8. So if you have a operating system as Windows, download 64, or if you're in 32-bit, so make sure I'll just share this link on this chat here. So make sure that you download the JDK, not JRE. So the first thing what you need to do is download. If you are in Windows operating system, download this one. If you are using Linux, you can download 64-bit if you are having, or if you are on Mac, I think you can download this one. Okay. So once you download it, install it. Just normal installation software is there. Once you install it, you will see that there will be a directory which will be created inside this programs 86 folder, or if it is a 64-bit, it's in program files, and you'll go to this Java, and you will see the JDK and JRE. If you have already installed previously in your system JRE, that will already will be there. And in case you haven't installed Java at all, I think most most laptops people generally download it and install it. So most of the people will be having this JRE, but make sure that you install JDK after downloading. Once you install it, it will create a directory like this. See program files Java. Inside this, if you'll go, you will see bin dv include JRE library. You need not to worry about all these directory. The main directory what we need to bother is the bin. This is our executables, where using that we can compile our Java code and run our application. So you will see Java exe. There is one which is the interpreter that I was talking about, and there is one Java C just below that. This is the compiler. So we will be using these two mainly for compiling and interpreting. I think now everyone will know that why do we need. There are two things. So first we write the Java code like hello world.java, and then we compile it. After compilation, it will create a .class file, and then with that .class file we can run it using java.exe. So our application will be launched. So it's a two-step. So always C++ is only one step, but Java is always a two-step. In C++ you just write it code and run it, it will run. But in Java you cannot do like that. You need to compile it first, then run it. So there's a two-step. Now the second thing is that we need to set a class path. And why do we need to set a class path is Java uses other these as you can see, there are other executables as well. So we need to tell Windows that okay, I'm going to write a Java application, and from any folder, I'll just tell you what exactly the class path is. So you go to CMD and open command prompt, and I'll write Java like here. So right now it is telling me that okay, you need to give the class file name and all these things. But if you haven't set the class path, and if you write like Java / suppose version, I want to check if the Java version. If you write like this, it is telling me okay 1.8. If you try in your application in your laptop, if Java path is not set, it will tell that it will tell something like this one: Java is not recognized as an internal and external command. So that means you haven't told Windows that what exactly the Java and what exactly the Java C is. Okay, so to tell the Windows that, we need to add this in Windows class path. Now Windows class path is somewhere here. I'll tell you somewhere, not there. Just you need to go to my computer and right click on this, go to Windows, properties, and here there will be advanced systems settings. Once you go to there, oh no, one second, I think it is okay. So right now I did not log in as an administrator, so I don't have privileges to do that. So advanced, you go to advanced system settings. I'll I'll do one thing. I'll send the steps to you guys, because I have logged in as a not another user, so I'm not able to log into this. So if you open this one, advanced system settings, there will be a window pop-up will come, and there you can go to environment variables. I think you will see that tab, and there you need to add the class path. I cannot show right now, so I'll do one thing. I'll share that with you, okay, how to set the class path, and all of you try that, and if you face any problem, just let me know. I can directly log into your system and I'll fix it for you. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have I have already set it that that path. So right now I am able to, if I put Java version, I'm able to see the Java version. Now I'll just show you one example, how to compile it and run it, and then I'll go to the features of Java, and then other basic things. So first, just let me write a simple program, and if you don't understand what I'm writing, or even if you understand, if you just bear with me, we'll be covering other things later. So just let me write one program quickly. I'll show you how to run it, and how the class file gets created, how to compile it, and all these things. Okay. So what exactly I will do is I will create one folder here, some name as Java session. Okay, I've created one a folder as Java session, and I will create a file, new file. I'll put it a name as hello world dot java. Now make sure that your extension is enabled, otherwise it will be like hello world java dot txt. So I think most of you might be knowing this is how to do that. Go to organize if you are in Windows, and folder and search options. There you will see view options, and there is an option as hide extension for known file types. So might be by default it is unchecked, so make sure you checked, make sure you uncheck it and apply it, and okay. So then the extension will be shown here, and make sure that you write like this, hello world dot java, with this extension. So this is called the source code, where exactly we write the application, and it's human understandable, like we can read it. Okay, so it will be developed by us. I mean, we will be developing, and then it will be compiled. So this hello world.java, once I open it, right now it's empty. So what I will be doing is that I'll write class hello world, then
I would like to, but I am open for relocating to other areas as well.
okay.
Yeah, I'm open to relocating.
I think
One of the
can you mute the background noise is coming? Okay, thank you. So I'm creating I'm writing. Someone voice is coming background. Can you please mute that? Okay, thanks. So class hello world I have created, and the first rule I would like to tell you about the Java is, whatever the file name you are giving, the hello world I have given, right? So the first, that file name must be the class name. So this is the first rule, that in Java, that whatever the file name you're giving, like hello world or Java I'm giving, the file name class name also has to be the same as this one. So it has to be hello world only. If you write it something else, it will give you an error and you won't be able to compile it. And after that, if anybody have worked in C++, there also an application starts from a main method. Similar in Java also, an application starts from main method only. And I've just written a print statement, hello world, and we'll see how exactly it happens, under the hood, how to compile it. And so right now, as you can see, it's a hello world.java. And now what I will do is that I'll go to that path cd and dot slash Java session. Okay, so that file is there, as you can see, hello world.java. So the first step what we will be doing to compile is, as I told you, there is a java.exe, right? javac.exe. So javac, that is Java compiler, space, you write hello world.java. Okay, so once you do that, it will compile that code. Now as you can see, there nothing has come and the command has been executed successfully. If there is any problem in your code, it will prompt you the error immediately. After that, it will not create a file as here. See, hello world.class. Now this hello world.class is nothing but the bytecode, the intermediate code what Java has produced with the help of Javac compiler. So the first step has been completed. We have written a code in normal text editor, and once we have compiled it using Javac, that is the compiler, it has created a hello world.class file. Now this class file, you can send it to your friend who is using Mac OS or Linux machine or Windows, anything. But as you can see, I have compiled it in Windows operating system. Now this class file can be used by any operating system, and that's what it makes it platform independent. Now what I will be doing is that I need to execute it. Right now I will be executing in Java, sorry, in Windows only, as I don't have any other operating system right now. So the second step is Java. That is the interpreter that converts your bytecode to the machine level language, and you need to write it this hello world, and you have to remove this dot class. So next time while running this, you need not to give, you are not supposed to give dot class or dot java any file. You simply give java space hello world, and it should print me hello world. As you can see here, it is printing hello world with exclamations, and that's how I wanted to print it right here. And that's what my application is right now. So you can tell that, okay, hello world is your application, and you can give it to anyone, and anybody can use it. So this is the entire flow of Java application and how it works internally. So is there any question till now? Would you like to ask anything? Okay. Fine. So I'll start with now the basics, the basic concepts of Java. I'll tell about few properties what Java has. So apart from platform independent, Java is object oriented programming language. It uses the OOP concept. Anybody knows about OOP concept? Can tell me about what exactly it is. So I just would like to know. Anybody knows what is OOP concept or heard about or object oriented programming? Anybody? Someone must have heard, right? Okay. So why do we call there are two types of programming concept in programming world, I would say. There is only two types, I would say. One is functional and one is object oriented. Now functional is something like what exactly is, just you suppose you're visiting a factory where some plastic bottle gets manufactured, and you just went there and you saw a very big factory, and there is only two gate, one gate which takes all the materials of plastic, and second gate you are saying that truck full load of plastic is coming out. And you need not think about how exactly the machines are there, what are the process internally happens, how they communicate it. And also suppose tomorrow some part of the factory catches fire, it can uh, create the problem in entire factory. Everyone has to evacuate, and other operations also might get hampered. So the functional approach of the programming is similar to that only. You write all the code inside a method, in a function. If I say about method, it's a function. And you provide something like, provide two numbers, and you say, okay, give me the sum of it. So it will just, you send two numbers, and suppose you don't know the mathematics, and you are asking your application to, okay, give me the sum of 10 plus 20. And you send that two value to the function, to that factory, and it return you 200 instead of 30, maybe because of some problem. And you thought, okay, it's a 30, it's a 200, and it's okay, I'm happy, and I got 200, because I don't know whether the addition of the two numbers is 30 or 200. I don't have knowledge of that. Now the problem will come there, that functional programming, once you write it, you have no clue what exactly is happening inside. And also, if one problem comes into the one corner of your factory, it can create the problem for other things also. So how Java has, I will not be covering what is functional programming, because C language is completely a functional programming. If you have worked with C, I think you start with main method, and you write some code, again you write some other method, you call it from there, and that's how it works. So everything, whatever you write inside a method. So if anybody knows C, I think they will agree with me that you write a main method, and you write some code, and again you write another method, and all these things are their method only. There's nothing apart from methods, and you write everything inside method, right? So uh, the problem which has been solved of functional programming is by operating sorry object oriented programming. And the object oriented programming is something like, they do not what I say, they do not uh, depend on functional approach, that okay, everything has to be the function only. So how, what exactly the operating sorry, why I'm operating system, I'm telling, object oriented programming. So Java treats everything as an object. Now what exactly an object is, just I'll give you one example. Suppose you are you got a job, and you went to your project, and your manager came and said, okay, write an application to handle the activity of car washing factory, where different type of car comes, and you need to wash it, to do the repairing and all these things, right? Now and even they do the washing of bikes also, they do four wheelers, three wheelers, and all these things. Now you need to design that application. Now while designing, what are the things you need to cover in mind? Now being a developer, you need to think about all the process, what can happen in that factory, or in that washing machine, sorry, washing factory outlet. So what you need to think is, first, the first and foremost thing will be like, okay, vehicle, right? So vehicle is a very generic term, I would say, right? Because two wheeler can be vehicle, four wheeler can be vehicle, three wheeler is also a vehicle, right? Now you need to first categorize it. Okay, the vehicle type could be either two wheeler, either it could be three wheeler, or it could be four wheeler. So the same approach you need to apply in the programming also. You need to design your application in such a way that you put a generic term. Okay, vehicle, that is fine. What type of vehicle? Okay, two, it's a two wheeler. Okay, so if it is two wheeler, go to the room number, suppose 2, there the washing will be happening. For this, go to the room number 3, where the washing will be happening. Room number 4, go to the room number 4, and then the washing machine, the washing will be happening. Now again, there there will be like a bill class, you need to write maybe how the billing should be done. Again there has to be the categorization there also, that okay, if it is a two wheeler, take $100 or $10. it's a three vehicle, take $20. I don't know whether three wheeler is there in USA or not. So a four wheeler, it will take some $200 or something. Now the problem comes when you use functional approach like C++. You cannot define these attributes independently. You have to write a main method, and you dump all these things. Okay, two wheeler, three wheeler, four wheeler, the calculation you will do in the same method and all these things. That is not the right way. And the Java, that's why, has made a concept of a very common name, that is called the class. So every programming what you will do, from basic to the expertise or advanced Java, everything has to be written inside a class. Now this class, actually, it represents the type of object what you are going to use. So here, if you say your class should be vehicle, now this class, what it represents, now if I write here two wheeler, what you will think? Say, okay, I will say, okay, I'm coming by two wheeler. What you will think? Okay, he's coming by some vehicle. So you can either use, okay, he's coming by two wheeler or vehicle, right? So both represents the same thing, right? Now if you go to two wheeler, it's like more specific thing. You are going into the more detailed. I'll say, okay, he's coming by vehicle. Now if I say like that, and if I say, okay, he's coming by motorcycle or bike or two wheeler, that is becoming the more generic. So I would say this is an object. So in Java, this is called the object. So what are the literal values or the literal representation or the specific thing, that we call it as an object. And the class is what exactly? The class is something like the type of object. What exactly the type, the generic, the most generic type. Okay, so that we call it as a class in Java. So this concept entirely to bound these objects inside a class, so that once you say, okay, this is the class, you can say, okay, this object represents this class type. So if I say tomorrow, okay, give me the vehicle details, you will give me all these details. If I say, okay, give me two-wheeler details, you will give me only this specific details. And how we can solve this problem using Java application is that once we start writing the program, then you will understand, right? Maybe a few things you might not be following right now, but once we start writing the program and once we going through the problems with what Java is solving using the object oriented approach, you will understand that why they have created this class, why they have created the concept of object, and what exactly the object is or what exactly the class is, right? So what exactly I have done here is I'll just remove these erase on. So here, as you can see, public class hello world. I cannot relate that vehicle here. Just this is just an example. So I just written a hello world. So this is my class name, and with this name I am telling that, okay, whatever inside this I am writing, it should be somewhat related to my class. So as of now, I am just writing a hello world. Just suppose I am writing now if I say if I tell you that, okay, the class name is calculator, what are the things which come into your mind? A calculator can do what kind of jobs? It can do add, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and all these things, right? So the methods or the functions or the code what I will be writing, by seeing the name only you can decipher, or you can come to know that, okay, this particular class or this particular application is going to do something about the calculation, right? So same, just like that. Now you can just simply just you need to write add of that, right? So you can, I'll tell you about this syntax and all later. So I'm writing like, okay, add, and it will take two values like int x and int y, and it will say, just copy paste. I'll take integer third variable and I will add it, and I'll print this as a sum of x and y is z, and I'll call from here, instead of this I'll call this using the calculator. I'll just okay. Right now, don't go for syntax, what exactly syntax is doing. So as you can see here, I have written a calculation. Just go about the concept, do not go into the syntax detail. So as you can see here, the calculator is a class, and I have written one functionality of one function of a class, a calculator. If you buy a calculator, you will see there will be plus sign, minus sign, subtraction. These all things are functions, right? If you say, if you buy a phone, right? Oh, I have a, these are the features or the functions of mobile phone. It has uh, a lie detector or some kind of features. I mean, some blah blah features are there. So what exactly it represents? The features, if you say, just uh, think about your phone and think about this class. Just you press a button, it calls a method, it calls something. Okay, you click on the contact list. What it does internally, it calls some kind of method to get me the list of the contacts, and it shows you immediately. The same thing is happens. So once you hold a phone in your hand, you say, okay, this exactly is a object. A phone is an object, and the object's work is to do some kind of work. Even I am a human being, I am also an object, and my work is to do some work, kind of. Someone tells me, okay, do this, I'll do that, right? So same thing, if, even a human being is the object. Any kind of object you see, literally, a fan, a television, everything is an object. Sorry. And if you say object, every object has some properties or the functionalities. Now properties or functionalities, these things together comes as a class of that particular object. And you say, okay, I will not tell, okay, human being can run. I'll say, okay, there is some creature which can eat, which can laugh, which can cry, which can sleep, which can do work, which can apply their mind to do certain tasks. And I will not tell you what exactly it is. So by relating these things, you can tell, oh, you are talking about human being. So human being is a class, and these are the properties of that particular things. And now there could be a different types of peoples, right? Now here I am, here there you are. So we are just kind of objects, and the class what we belong to is a human being, right? So just think about like that only. So even here is a calculator. Just like a calculator is a, what I'll say, the abstract name or the generic term or the type of that, which defines a calculator. And once you say, okay, I have a calculator, that means if you say, okay, hey, I bought a calculator today, what does that mean? That means, okay, now you can do the addition, subtraction, all this functionality you can do using that calculator. So same thing, I have written a class, and instead of I've just written one functionality, add here, and I need to calculate these 10 and 20. So just think about, you have a hardware, the calculator hardware, and you press 10 and 20 and plus. So once you click on plus, it calls a method as add, and it does like, okay, x plus y, and it does this x plus y here, and it displays to you. So let's see here. I'll just compile it again, Java C. Okay, I did not change the name of the file. As I told you, right, it will not work. See, I have given the class name as calculator, and the file name is still hello world. So I need to change that, calculator.java. Okay, I'll just remove this one. Okay, so here I'll just run it again. Okay, fine. There is no error, so it did not give any kind of error. And as you can see here, calculator.class has been created. And to run that, Java calculator, And as you can see, sum of x and y is 30. It is telling that sum of x and y is 30. So now the same way you can write multiplication, addition and subtraction. And now the thing, the main interesting thing what you will be observing is here is this is where I'm creating an object. What exactly does this mean? This CAL, what I have created, calculator CAL equals to new calculator. This CAL is nothing but the object. So what is the difference between this calculator and this cal is, the calculator is simply a name what we refer to, right? Suppose I do not know English and I do not know what exactly calculator is called. Maybe I am calling a calculator as a arithmetic problem solver. I know that name only. I don't know the calculator name. And the hardware what we are using is the same calculator what you are bought from the same company and same brand or something, and I have also brought the same hardware, but I am naming it as a arithmetic solver, problem solver, and you are naming it as a calculator, but ultimately the hardware are the same. So the objects what we are using is same, but the name what we are giving is different. The same thing what you can see, this is just a name what we are representing it. Okay, I can put it as arithmetic solver also, but the literal meaning what exactly is this is the object. So this object is what? This object is your hardware what you are in your hand and what you use it for doing the calculation. So this CAL, once you need to create the object of that. I have got an idea to make a calculator and I built it. So this is your main actual hardware you can think of, and what type of hardware it is, that's how we define it using this syntax. So what we say is, okay, calculator CAL equals to new calculator. So make a new calculator, and this is your kind of hardware. And once I have a calculator, I got a calculator as CAL, what function I can use it for? So I said, okay, now I have got a calculator, let me call the add method and let's see how it works. So that's how we call it. We call the object name, that is the call the object, and then we call dot add. So this CAL is my object, the hardware kind of, and then we call it dot add and it gives me this value. So this is what exactly the class and object is. The syntax I will not be covering today. This is just I wanted to give you guys the idea of Java, what exactly it works, what is OOP concept. Other things, no OOP concept like polymorphism, inheritance, there are other things are there which I will be covering down the line, because if I tell everything at once, just like it will be like uttering nonsense, because once I'll keep showing the code and how to execute it, how to run it, how to write the syntax of Java, it will be easier for you also, otherwise it will become very boring. So I will not go much theoretical now. This was the first day, so I thought of covering the basics. So till now, any questions, because I will be winding up in some time. So you can come up with the questions, doubts, or what are the areas you want to cover, and at the end I'll just tell you about my ideas, what I am planning to go ahead with the courses in future. So you can tell me about expectations, what are the things you have in your mind, and what are the things you want to learn extra apart from this and all these things. So you can unmute your guys, no problem.
So what will be the duration of this course?
See, there are two parts. One is Java and one is one is core Java and one is advanced Java, right? So advanced Java, if we talk about, it has web application. You build a web application using Java, and core Java is all standalone applications that you run in your Windows machine without browser, right? So
Okay.
Java, generally, I would say even for newbie who doesn't know Java at all, might take around 15 12 to 14 classes for covering the core Java. And again 14 15 15 classes, 14 classes will be for advanced Java. So if I would say, like, okay, if it's both advanced Java and core Java, it would take around 28 classes. I'm talking about the sessions around 1.5 hour, like something like that.
Right. Right. Okay.
And one more thing is that what I generally suggest is keep practicing parallelly. Do not pile up your things that, sorry, do not keep things, okay, tomorrow I'll do it and the day after tomorrow. Java is such a thing that it's a very vast, I'm telling you. It's very vast, and there are too many concepts, there are too many things to to learn. I did certifications in Java 2 times, and too many coding until now, all these things. Still, I need to learn things because it keeps on changing, and there are so many things that you need to keep in mind. So to understand the concept, I would suggest you guys to, just today I had covered, keep learning about these things. You guys can record the video. I think if you might not be knowing, I'll make you everyone organizer, and then you will get the option of recording. So from next session, today I have recorded it. I'll upload it somewhere. I'll give you the link. You share me your Gmail ID or some IDs, and also I will be putting the Java codes into my repository. I have one code repository. I'll give you that link. One second. I'll be putting the session wise code here, so you can go there and download the code and try it by yourself. So this is my repository. I'll send you the link. Right now I have not created the branch and all, so once I'll create it, I'll share with you guys, and there you find out session wise codes, and you can go there and download it from here. Okay, so I have anyhow, these are the previous sessions what I covered, these Kubernetes and Java sessions and all. So keep this link with you. From next session I'll keep pushing the codes in there, and you can download it from there. Okay. Yeah. Any other questions, Amika and
So when did you start your project?
hello, Amika, you there?
The training between yourself?
Jency, you there?
So you're still not. So send him an email. So you should have told me, right? What are you waiting for me to come and ask you?
No.
Then why didn't you tell me? I thought I didn't get paid.
Okay, no problem. Amika, you have, I think, you there, Amika?
No.
Okay, so no questions, right? Anything you want to ask? Anything?
No.
Okay, fine. Okay, so I will be winding up these sessions, but before I would like to, as we will be, proceeding in, kind of batch only. So,
Yeah.
can you just share me your Gmail ID, or if that is okay, we wanted to create a WhatsApp group so that we will have easy to, convince the, timings and all. We can take it later, but at least, drop me your Gmail IDs if possible, so that, I can intimate what further classes. Okay, Satyajit, I think, okay, fine. So I got it. I'll push this change, whatever I did. I think there is nothing much code today, what I did. From next session, I will be covering, syntax, how to write the, Java syntax, and how to proceed with, Java objects and all these things. Okay. So I would suggest you to, go through by yourself also, try to, uh, I think there are few ebooks, what I can suggest to you. Parallelly you can go through that. There is a head first Java, I think, that is a very good book. I don't know whether you guys know about this head first Java. You might get this download option, free PDF, you can get it. I don't know whether it's illegal or legal there. but this is the book name. Either you can get a hard copy book or soft copy. Buy this book or download this PDF, and parallelly we'll covering the sessions. You can go through by yourself in some time, and it will be easy for you also. And second thing, uh, I generally make preparation for cracking the interviews. I think you guys also wants the same. So most of the time I make the focus on how to crack interviews. What are the questions they ask? I have sets of questions of that, because I am teaching for a long time, and I have these sets. I will keep sharing with you also the applications what I have developed. I can show it to you. What are the enterprise applications looks like in real projects and all. So that will be quite beneficial for you. And please do ask questions, because if you don't ask questions, that means either you understood fully or you did not understand a bit of it. So I think you should ask questions. Whatever the question comes into your mind. Okay, so that will be like quite interesting, and I will also not feel like, okay, I'm just speaking like that. Okay, is it fine?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, so it's good that okay, we'll get going. So I'm stopping here only. Yeah, okay, bye bye.
Yeah. Thanks.